blessed to be invited to this Zoom. I know that the one who invited you, really care and love you. So I hope that you stay open-minded, open heart also to listen to the entire presentation of tonight. And I am Thao Tran Hosseini. I'm from San Diego, California. I'm married and have a wonderful and beautiful baby girl, 16 months old, Zoraya. My background is in accounting. However, during my younger years in the 20s, what I did was I sacrificed my health for work. So I could not find my life back then so meaningful, but just working. And because of that, I got to know the sick bed, the most expensive bed in the world. And that's actually led me to change the trajectory of my future back then. And when I could heal myself a little more, then I would always pray to have another a way around instead of work 9 to 5 for somebody else in an accounting job. I was praying for an opportunity so that I can live my life in the most meaningful way. And just like the answer of my quest, I found Nu Skin. I was introduced to Nu Skin a little more than 10 years ago. So starting with Nu Skin, my parents was the reason why I started it. However, go in order to go through with Nu Skin until today, to the so that I help my baby girl. Now it's been a journey, an amazing, wonderful journey that I've been accumulated so many values along the way. The kind of optimum health that I regain for myself is that show people that I am the products of the products. And beside that, all of the incentives, success beside the income that I could create it for the past 10 years, that really got me excited and feel proud of the company that I've been with over the years. But the most amazing thing is to be with the like-minded people, the one who make influence on other people's life, and that exactly what I'm looking for with this company. But today it's not about myself, everyone. It's about a presentation for the new people to find out if this is a great opportunity, if this is a good fit opportunity for them or not. So today, I would love to bring on a leader, someone who I've been working with for the past few years, someone who I know that he's been the young entrepreneur at the age of 20s, very early years of his life, and who's also right now he's starting a project, writing a book that is called Zero to Heroes. I cannot wait. I'm so excited of this of this book coming out. And one great thing about him is he been sharing a lot of things about value of being a present dad to his daughter and his son, and that is the thing that I hold in my heart every time I think of this leader. And I would love to bring on stage tonight our Blue Diamond director K2 to our sharing for the first person into the business sharing. Thank you.
Nu Skin expanding. We innovate the science and technology.
We are building a future together.
You know, becoming the world's #1 brand for beauty device systems for 6 consecutive years. That's no cakewalk. But Nu Skin? We've got science, innovation, and hard work in our DNA. It wasn't always glitz and glam. We started with a dream back in 1984, just a few products and a whole lot of ambition. And by 1991, we were taking on the world, opening our first overseas market in Hong Kong. LifePak was out there, making waves alongside our big entrance into Europe. Then came 1996, a big year. We hit the New York Stock Exchange, a publicly traded company founded on family values. And we also launched the Nu Skin Force for Good Foundation. That is all about spreading positivity and making the world a better place, in our pursuit of promoting healthy lifestyles and inner well-being. We acquired Pharmanex in 1998, introducing supplements and wellness programs to our markets. In 2001, we pioneered the handheld Galvanic Spa, a compact, intelligent, and powerful device that marked Nu Skin's entry into the era of cutting-edge devices. Nu Skin establishing Nourish the Children in 2002, we committed to the belief that no child should endure hunger. We want to empower future generations one meal at a time. And to date, we've provided over 800 million meals. Continuing our commitment to technological innovation, we launched the Pharmanex Biophotonic Scanner in 2003. In 2009, we revolutionized our product line with ageLOC science-based products and forging a partnership with LifeGen Technologies. In 2010, our founder's vision materialized, with the creation of the Innovation Center in Provo, serving as an open campus for our employees and brand affiliates. Our partnership with LifeGen flourished, culminating in Nu Skin's acquisition of LifeGen in 2011, opening doors to faster innovation, revolutionary products, and limitless possibilities. In 2015, Nu Skin's incentive trip to Morocco won the prestigious C&IT Award for Best Incentive Trip of the Year, a tradition we continued with our island trip. We earned Euromonitor's recognition as the world's #1 brand for beauty device systems in 2016, and we've proudly held that title for 6 consecutive years. Venturing into the Internet of Things realm in 2022, we connected our first device online, the ageLOC Lumispa IO, ushering in a new era of connectivity and innovation. This laid the foundation for the launch of our integrated beauty and wellness device, the ageLOC WellSpa IO, in 2023. With 40 years of dedication to science, innovation, and perseverance, we stand poised to embrace the boundless opportunities that lie ahead. Just imagine the opportunity.
Thank you.
I just wanna celebrate tonight. We making history. I just wanna celebrate.
It is unmuting. All right. First of all, thank you so much, Tal, for that incredible, awesome welcome. First of all, I want to welcome everybody. That video right there, as you can see, is all about, making an impact. Just imagine the possibility. When about 11 years ago, I couldn't imagine the possibility of what this company could have done in my lives. Once again, my name is K2, all the way from Monterey Bay, California. Not sure if any of you guys ever been there. Monterey Bay, California is where, Pebble Beach, Carmel, where all the richest individuals live. It's really a retirement town for the Beverly Hills folks that doesn't want to be in LA, right? It's a different part of California. The northern part, it is an amazing, beautiful part. And it has been an amazing journey with Nu Skin. I've been fortunate to share my story in large audiences, in front of large crowds. And today, I've been able to share my story in front of a small crowd. And then now tonight, I get to do it to the online crowd. What an awesome opportunity it is and time it is to be with Nu Skin. So first of all, I want to welcome all our new guests that are here for the first time. You are here to witness a company that's growing leaps and bounds. As you can see, the company video, we are growing, and we do have a technology, and we are making impact in people's lives all around the world. And especially people, if you're here for the, whether it's the first time, the second time, the third time, or the many time, hopefully the story recaptured your imagination, recaptured your dream, and give you an opportunity to really consider what is before you today. My story is very simple. I grew up poor. I don't know how many of you guys probably understand that. We grew up poor. When we first came to America, it was a different story for us. So I've always wanted to have something more. I've always grown up, I see people living great. I watch my friends, family, because I grew up in Monterey, where it's a lot of white people, right? And they have beautiful lives, and coming from a family where we got 10 people living in one house. in one bedroom or two bedroom apartment, you know, you long for the better things. So it's always been in my heart to, and I thank my Heavenly Father to always give me those dreams. That is always stuck in my heart. So, you know, I was very fortunate. At an early age of 18, I met some incredible individual who shaped my life, right? Who would have known in life that people can come into your lives? And the one person I get to give all the thanks to, you guys going to get to hear her in just a little bit, uh, on this call. She's one of the individuals that brought me into my first company, got my dream cranking, saw the American dream, made my first six figure 4 years later at the age of 2022, at the age of 22, right? In the mortgage and real estate industry, an industry I had no reason to be in. I was never financially successful at that time. I was broke. Once again, I was poor, right? All my friends that I know never own a home. I never own a home, let alone even think or imagine of owning a home. But I was in an industry um, and was able to become successful as a business individual in 2008 when the downturn market took a big turn. I ended up didn't know what to do, went from six-figure income to no income, had my first daughter at that time, 2009, Kamamani, and I realized I had to go back to doing the ordinary thing. I ended up getting a job, and who would imagine this job would have been a funeral director? I was dealing with death on a daily basis, guys. This is actually a magazine clip, a newspaper clip in the Vietnamese community, talking about my service to the community because I just love my community, right? I just love serving people. I love helping people. One thing that I realized, helping everybody else, I was never helping me or my family. At my job, I was working 70 hours a week. There's time they said in life, right? When you deal with death on a daily basis, you look at life differently. And if I could turn the time around, I wish I could have been there for my daughter when I see her first word, or maybe hear, or maybe see her first step. Right? I wasn't there. I wasn't present. By the time I come home, she's sleeping. And when I do have time with her, I'm always on call, whether it's 4 in the morning, when someone passed away, I got to wake up. I got to go do my job. And as much as I get paid well for doing that, life wasn't well, right? So when the opportunity in 2011 came around, I had my second son, Noah, and I realized I didn't want to make the same mistake. I realized I don't know how many parents out there might agree with this, but you can make all the money in the world, but the biggest thing that you regret is the time that you weren't there for your family, for your kid, for your children, and I didn't want to make that that second mistake. I realized, God always give you opportunity, and the same individual who helped me rise to my first success in my first business venture brought me into this second business venture, Nu Skin, and as a male, as an individual guy, I was the biggest skeptic, right? I'm like, I never done skincare, never done any type of businesses like this before, and I felt really really the best way to I felt really threatened, right, by the opportunity. But I knew that if I didn't change my ways, right, choices, if I didn't make the right choice, sometimes I've learned you got to give up something good. I had a great job, right? It pays well, but to get something better, to be with my family, to watch them grow, and I knew I had to make a choice. And that day I made it, I made a choice to look into this company, and it forever changed my life. Allow me to do things I never could have imagined, only in my wildest dream. Traveling the world, being present as a single father, helping my two children. This is Kamamani and Noah right there in that picture, and traveling the world and just doing things that average and ordinary people wouldn't be able to do. So today, whether you're average and ordinary or whether you want to be extraordinary, hopefully the message or the opportunity is going to allow you to have that opportunity. So, enough about me. Today really is about you. It's about those that are on this call today, right? It's about empowering you, to go out there and whether you want to create extra income, own a business, right? Or create more time flexibility for you and your family, right? Or help your community out more. right? This opportunity that I have helped so many people in my community, especially my community of Vietnamese, right? That we were able to travel all around the world and even back to my homeland of Vietnam, and be able to do things I would never done. So let's talk about the business. Today I get to cover whether you're Google, right, or you're Microsoft. All successful business fall underneath five key components. They gotta have these five key components, right? They gotta have a trend. You gotta have a company, a partner, right? A science, a product, something that's sensational, and you gotta get paid, and the timing has to be right. And today I'm very fortunate to cover the first three, and then the most two important part is going to be covered by my senior business partner, which you guys are in for a treat. That she's here today tonight. All right, so let's talk about the trend. An economic mega trend is happening in the world today. Some of you guys might understand it, some of you guys might see it, and some of you guys might even not heard of it. But right now, the Internet of Things, right? Everything is connected. You hear about artificial intelligence, beauty and wellness, right? Two of the top industry, no matter what market you're in. Even during the Great Depression or right now in the recession, right? Beauty, wellness has always been at the top. And the best part, if you want to know, is for every dollar spent on health, $2 spent on beauty. So you want to be in an industry that that's growing, right? That everybody want, right? A social commerce, all right, a gig economy they talk about, right? Everybody right now, with the way the marketplace is going, nobody can survive on one single income alone. You hear people doing extra income, like gig job, door dashing, Uber, just to create that extra income to survive and thrive in the daily life. So let's talk about this. Let's talk about how you can win in the trend, right? How you position yourself in front of the trend. I've learned long time ago in business, being at the right place at the right time have everything to do with your success. I wasn't the greatest person. I wasn't the most successful individual. But I positioned myself so far. I was very fortunate to be at the right place at the right time. When I was in mortgage, the mortgage and real estate industry was booming. So that helped me in my cause of success. And right now, there's another wave that's positioning. You see, you can either chase the wave, right? I don't know if you guys ever seen surfers, right? The real surfers, they know how to be right in front of the wave and just ride it, right? And that's a trend that we have right now that's going on, guys. And innovation driving Nu Skin opportunity right now. All right, and here are the innovation. We started in 1984, and as you can see, going through the year, we created different companies, different portion of the market share that's driving our growth. All right, so now let's talk about the company, who we are. Nu Skin, right, is our partner. That is, when I first heard of Nu Skin, I thought I thought it was a skincare thing. Is an old skin, new skin, right? That's wrong. Nu Skin stands for nutritional and skincare. Those are the two industry that we focus on and that we work with. And right now is the top two industry to be in as well. How do you know? It's simple. Some of you guys might be turning on your TV at nighttime and the commercials comes on, right? What do you see on the commercials? Either nowadays, either looking younger, feeling younger, or being healthier, right? That's how you know what trend is going on in the marketplace right now. It's just that simple. Infomercial, right? They wouldn't spend money if they're not in the right industry. So who's Nu Skin? Nu Skin been around for over 40 something years, guys. We have been doing $2 billion of sales. All right. We operate in nearly 50 something countries, publicly traded. So that means everything I share with you guys today is transparent. A lot of companies out there, a lot of opportunity, they're private. They can say whatever they like to say and nobody can really fact check them. Today, everything I share with you, every numbers, every product, you can fact check that. 60 in-house scientists, guys. All right. Some of the top mind in the world is at our facility right here in the USFA Provo, Utah, which many of us have just left, right? We were just here recently, walked around the building, was right there meeting our CEOs and scientists. 500 million invested into our technology. Imagine today, if you were to start a company, do you have $500 million invested in your idea, your technology, or your product for you to grow? Probably not. beginning into 2021, we made a commitment that we are going to be a force for good by empowering people to not only look good and feel good, but to live better longer and to create the most successful business entrepreneur of our time. And we are right now getting ready to do that. A force of goodness is what we're all about. So right now, this is our corporate headquarters right here. We have two research facility also in China, right, guys? So we're global business, guys. Debt free, all right. You can search us up on NUS on the New York Stock ticker, all right, and see how well we're doing. And as we move forward, once this and that is the key thing right there. I think my internet is just a little bit slow. All right. Okay. So with that being said, guys, as we move forward, this is the most sorry about that, guys. Somehow my slideshow is getting stuck. All right. But with that being said, guys, as the slideshows catch up, our most important thing is our science, and I get to bring up our science and our science. Why Nu Skin and the partnership that we have, exclusive patented products, right? Sorry about that. Exclusive patent product. Our Nu Skin opportunity is right now growing. Many people out there, they want to open a business, right? But my question to you is, why many business owner, all right, have are not successful? It's because a lot of time when someone want to open a business, they're going out there and they're taking on many hats, right? They're becoming the CEOs, they're becoming the shippers, they're becoming the scientists, and many mom and pop businesses does not survive because of that simple fact right there. They go out there and next thing you know, all right, they're stuck, right, guys? They're stuck wearing all these hats. For the first time today, you can partner with Nu Skin, and you don't have to deal with that issue. Nu Skin can take care of all your responsibilities, just like any relationship out there, right? You need a partnership, all right? You need someone that can take care of all the things that you don't have to try to do, right? Try to learn. You don't have to learn everything at once. You just have to learn the most important things, right? Which is, for example, why Nu Skin partnership is so important, because Nu Skin take care of all the heavy duty, heavy lifting for you, such as you can see, Nu Skin partnership, their role, exclusive patented product, right? Manufacturing, production, distribution, sending product to over 50 countries, marketing material, inventory management, global shipping logistics, complete logistics, personal website, product affiliate, support roles, commission, payroll, proven business system. You see that? Can you imagine as a business owner and you have to come on and start doing all that right there? That is a headache that a lot of business owner doesn't want to take on, and a lot of business owner fail. And our role really is just to go out there, share the product experience, share the business opportunity, and make a great income along the way of doing that, right? And I love this right here, Believe in Giving Back. North to Children right here is a powerful for-profit initiative. We go out there and feed, the malnourished all around the world, all right? And it's a program that, even though it's only 5% of what we do, it's 100% of who we are as a company. To be able to go out there and eradicate hunger and feed over 120,000 children being fed every day because of our initiative. And I am so proud of this, because this initiative, we're able to go out there and take it all the way to Vietnam, my homeland of country, to feed my own malnourished community member. It has been a force for good, guys. And we're doing that not just here, but all around the world. And we want you guys to be a part of it. So let's talk about the scientists and why our science is so powerful. Right now, Nu Skin, we go out there and we can create products that target, the situation at the source, right? which is your gene. A good way to think about it is if you were to go home today, Tao, and there's a there's a pot of water on the floor. You don't want to just mop it up, right? A lot of company out there, a lot of beauty company, a lot of health company, a lot of product is just giving you a mop, but they're not stopping the water, right? Right now, our scientist is able to stop the problem at the source. What does that mean? That means on a genetic level, a good way to think about it is when you were young, let's say when you were 20 years old, your energy was different. Your skin was different. Everything was different. But as you age, our body stop producing things. It starts shutting down certain enzyme, right? And we no longer feel the same. We no longer look the same. And Nu Skin Science is able to go in there, age lock, and target the source and be able to, the best way to describe it is freeze or turn on these genes that turned off as we age. How powerful is that, guys? That is product and science that is backed by proven system, award winning. And what is new right now, right? Okay, let's talk about for you ladies, our wellness spa, IO spa. You know, you guys have a lot of what I call, especially in the arm, you guys don't have a there's an issue where you ladies don't have muscle like guys do right there. So all the fat build up. Now, how do you fix that problem? Simple. Raise the other hand up and, and work on it. You notice the difference? That is the difference demonstrated. That is one of our Hispanic team members and her result. Look at that. You see, that's the type of result we're able to do in right now with everything that we're doing. And that is how it is. And not just the external, right? Product. The best thing you see, we have a whole line of product customized, utilizing AI, utilizing technology to bring something down to the size of a handheld that you can utilize at home, in the private of your home, where you don't have to go to all these expensive spa, right? And do all these treatments, or a lot of time, the best part to think about is a lot of time people don't want to get evasive, right? They want non-evasive treatment, something where they don't have to go underneath a knife or get injected, right? Okay, with all these chemicals. This is just Times Square right here talking about media recognition on our product, right in the heart of New York City, guys, where we just had the FIFA World Cup. All right, now we don't just have recognition on just Times Square. We have recognition in every single media outlet, news companies. We're talking about magazines, right? A beauty magazine. We're talking about influencers. Everybody's talking about our product. Now, if you haven't heard about it, that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. That means the market is still wide open. We barely targeted 15% of the U.S. market, guys. If you live in the U.S., you guys are blessed, right? Because right now we're building the world #1 beauty device out there, and it is, and we barely, people barely even know who we are. So that gives you a lot of opportunity, and the result is visual, is emotional, is consumable, right? It's a guarantee. I love guarantee, right? When we use these products, we have people who utilize it. I can tell you guys one thing: 12 years in this business, I have one thing I love about this opportunity is to know that I won't have to be scared to share the product to anyone I know or I love or I care about. See, I will never have to worry about this individual coming back to me and saying, hey, what you shared to me did not work. And the best part is it is totally guaranteed. Our product have a 60-day guarantee that if you really truly don't see result, you can return it. I have never had a return in my 12 years in this business. That speaks volume, right? Our weight loss product. How many people don't mind losing weight? That's a big problem out there in the U.S. market, right? Our product is scientifically tested by university, by all these, and we're, even some of our nutritional products on the physician desk references. I mean, our nutritional product is so scientifically formulated that it is actually can be prescribed by doctors. That is powerful, guys. No other company can say what we do. So as we move along, you today deserve to know. And I don't know what you think. Well, what do I deserve to know? You need to deserve to know two things. You need to deserve to know about your health and your wealth. Because a lot of people taking supplement nowadays, right? You know, I can walk down Costco and I can see everybody buying all these vitamins A, B, K, C, D, E, F, G, and they got them all in the cart, and they don't even know if what they're buying is working or not. Now, what if I tell you right now, how do you know what you're taking is working? All right, you really don't. Um, right? The difference demonstrated, guys. Today we scientifically can demonstrate the difference. This machine right here is able to go out there and scan your body, scan your skin, and give you a carotenoid score and tells you how healthy you truly are. Right? This little machine that right now we're launching, the Prism IO, that just barely launched the beginning this year, and we are going to go out there and scan 10 million people in the marketplace, and nobody can compete because nobody had this little machine that's in your hand that can tell you exactly how healthy you truly are, right? This little thing right here that you can go out there at the comfort of your home in 90 seconds can tell you how healthy you truly is right there. Right there. You put your hand on this little dot and it measures your skin anti-carotenoid. It's going to tell you how it's like a body lie detector test. Right, guys? And that is a powerful thing to have right there. And with that being said, what makes it so much better, look at this video right here as we talk about why the scanner is so important. And we'll wrap it up. So since 2025, as you can see, we have scanned over 26 million people, right? And we have not, and we're about to make the world better because of that. And we haven't even reached the pinnacle of what we're doing right now, guys. And that is just amazing to be able to sit there and say, wow, that is just an awesome opportunity to go and be able to do. So, guys, as we move forward, let me get my side. Somehow the internet keep on messing with my slideshow, and sorry about that, guys. Sorry, there's a little bit of lag in the speed that we have over here where I'm at currently, and so with that being said, guys, we are going out there scanning. Our goal as a company is to scan over 10 million people in the next couple of years. You guys have an opportunity today to participate in what it is that we're doing. That is so powerful. That you know that you know for the first time, you know, a lot of people giving you that vitamins, but you don't know if what you're taking is actually even making a difference in your body, right? How do you know that the vitamin you're taking is really creating a positive result? You really don't, right? But for the first time, we can use science. That little machine that I just shared with you will give you a score, right? And if that score, majority, believe it or not, majority of the people that is utilizing the score, all right? Because a lot of people are confused and they don't know what they're taking is work or not. And we can give you a score like a scientist, like a doctor. We can take a blood test or whatever it is, right? They do. But for here, we can scan you and give you that score. And you see that score right there, right? If what you're taking is good, you should have a high score. If it doesn't, and if you give you a low score, we can put you on our product and then see how well your score is afterward. See that? And today we can put you on, like, for example, our Life Pack Nano, which is the one sachet, give you like a 2 grocery cart of vitamin nutrients, right? We can't eat 2 grocery cart of nutrients in a day, but we can take a vitamin that can do that. So the importance of measurement is so powerful. Why is it right now you guys are at the forefront of something amazing? Imagine if Apple, right, called you 10 years ago and said, hey, we're launching an Apple Watch and we're giving you exclusive opportunity to go out there and distribute the Apple Watch. Would you jump on that? Yes, the Apple Watch is a big deal. See, cholesterol testing, 1970, $20 billion industry now. Bone density scan changed the industry, 200 million. Glucose scan started in 2005, $1.5 billion today. Antioxidant supplemental cells, 60 billion. And now we have a device, a technology that can go out there and measure that. So tonight you get to make a choice, guys, because the choice I made 11 years ago to start with this company forever changed my life. All right. And gave me an opportunity to meet some of the greatest individual in the world, right? And allow me to go out there and build my team, go from zero to hero, and to start a team to go back to Vietnam, right? And build team all around the world. Right now, 14 countries is underneath my belt. I'm able to go out there and build a business where I can go to sleep and get paid every time I sleep, guys. I know it sounds ridiculously crazy, right? But it's true. Because every time I go to sleep here, my Vietnam market wake up towel, and they take the healthy supplement, they brush their teeth, they look good, I get paid. Or every time, and when they go to sleep, my Australian team wakes up and I get paid. And when my Australian team goes to sleep, my Pacific Island team wakes up and I get paid. And when my Pacific Island team goes to sleep, I wake up in the US market, and right now we get paid. So you got to change the way you see business today. You got to change the way you see yourself. Because I never saw myself as something great. I never saw myself as a hero, but I wanted to be one. And thanks to this company, I'm going to wrap it up with this. I get to be the greatest hero to my little Superman. I was up on stage a few years ago and I did a talk to the audience, and I did the superhero. It was a live talk. It was about 3,000 people sitting in the audience, but the most important person was my son. He was down in the audience, and as I do that, and as I was walking down the stage wrapping it up, my son pointed up and said, "That's my dad. He's Superman. He's my hero." How many of you guys don't mind being a hero to your family? How many of you guys don't mind being a hero to your community, or doing something that at least give you the opportunity? Well, today this is your choice, and I'm gonna allow you to make those choices. There's no way I can wrap up 11 years of knowledge and experience in this industry in just a 20-minute talk, but I hope that the message is clear. There is an opportunity for you here, and we hope to have you a part of our business and our team. Look forward to working with you guys, and thank you so much for having me on, Tao. Back to you.
Wow, wow. Thank you, our Blue Diamond K2 for for your sharing. And the every time I hear your story, I just it's really brings some emotion to me. And the next speaker I want to bring on stage, everyone, to finish our presentation. She's the one who had the idea of growing the Vietnamese community in Nu Skin, and she made it after 17 years. Um, and not just the Vietnamese community, she shared a blessing to other community as well. Like you see the Pacific Islander and a lot of other communities. And I'm so proud to be under her leadership wings. And how do I say? even though she's a big leader. So what really stay in my heart is she's such a humble and down to earth person to be with, to spend time with, and I'm glad to be called a sister in the business from her words. I cannot wait to bring her on stage. She's gonna share her story. And I cannot wait to bring her on stage. Can you please put the best applause to our amazing team elite Circle of Excellence 3, Children Ambassador, Miss Terry 2.
Been around the world, same song. Work hard, play harder all day long. All the continents get jealous over me. You can see me 3D overseas. If you know me, then you know.
Good evening, good evening. Xin chào and talofa, aloha, hola, ¿cómo está? We have all different background here, so it is always my pleasure to let me make sure that okay. Thank you so much, Tao, for your kind introductions, and I admire you as well. You know, being a mom to your new baby, and here you are building this business right from home and achieving your goal of Yokohama, Japan, paid by the company in September. So congratulations. And as you can see, it's amazing. This opportunity truly is for anybody who have dream, desire, and truly we're looking for determined dreamer. That's who we're looking for. And you hear the share from K2, you know, nobody knows him more than myself. And I thank God that, you know, this business has led me to see this company and then share it with my own brother. You know, every day I say thank you, you know, to the good Lord for leading me to New Skin. Every morning, my husband and I, we built full time in this business. For me, 17 years ago, I went all in. And today we have time and financial leverage for our 4 boys. Solomon, he's 13, Logan, 12, Lance, 11, and Isaiah, he's our COVID baby, 5 years old. And the greatest joy, the greatest achievement for me, my pride and greatest achievement is having my 4 boys and being a mom and also able to be an entrepreneur as well. And all of us has a story. I truly believe each and every one of you have dream and a story that have led you here to this very moment in your life. And, you know, our family journey to freedom was not free. You know, we almost lost our life on the open ocean. You know, 500,000 people perish. And I see one of our leaders, Dina, on this Zoom here, she have lost some close family member, you know, on that journey on the boat. And, you know, thank God for our family, you know. And so she valued this great country, this land of opportunity, you know, for my family. When we came here, I was a middle kid of 9 children, and I watched my mom and dad work real hard. At least one thing that I've learned is through watching my mom and dad work real hard. This is Santa Cruz, California. You know, you hear K2 mention we grew up in Monterey. You know, even though we were in California for 40-something year growing up, but I don't remember Disneyland. I don't remember, you know, because our Disneyland is get into a van and go down to the wharf to pick up my dad. That is our Disneyland. But you know, my biggest why was you know, growing up, I said, well, this is what I witnessed. So I just want to deliver the American dream to my mom and dad. You know, I never dreamt of, you know, being successful or even in business. I felt like I have no business being in business, being an introvert. And, you know, there's, you know, I don't know if Tao mentioned she was an introvert. And so we think that business for those that can talk, those who's very outgoing. And so for myself, being an introvert, I choose a career nursing because we were taught, right? We were taught, you know, to live the American dream is you go make sure you get a good education. And then with a good education, you can get a good job. And with a good job, life will be happy every after, right? I'm pretty sure many of you heard of that, and I did that. But you know, to my second years in nursing school, I was introduced to a business opportunity similar to what you see here today. That was more than 30 years ago. I was in my early 20s, and I don't know, but something that the speaker was talking about dream. He was talking about dream. He's saying, you know, we don't care how young you are, where you come from, where you came from, you know, who's your parent, none of that matters. And you don't need a business degree. You don't need an MBA or PhD. we're looking for those with the other PhD. If you're poor, hungry, and determined, and I sat there and I'm like, hallelujah, I am poor, I am hungry, and I am determined. Show me. And you can call it naive, but I believe in what he was saying. And I came home and then promised my mom and dad that I'm being the middle kid of 9 children, I'm going to retire them. And I tell you, that promise really what kept me going, even though so many times I want to quit because so Lily, I start my part-time gig, more than 30 years ago. And I can tell you, first 3 years, I didn't become a millionaire, but I learned so much. I've learned to become a leader, and I learned so much to become an entrepreneur. And just the third year when I start making what a nurse would make, the company kind of tanked. They went down the tube, and then I transitioned to financial service. Um, and that's where I met my mentor in the business, someone who's a multi millionaire. He creates he creates so many millionaire out of, everyday ordinary individual. And he believed in me. He's like, Terry, I believe in you. You can do it. And sometime in life, that's what we need is someone who believe in us. And working with my mentor in the financial business, there he is, Hubert Humphrey, and I'm actually reading his book right now. He forever, in Denton, forever in my life because 13 years working with him, 4 years into the business, I'm able to retire my mom and dad and bought my first home, bought my dream car, Mercedes cash, because I was driving around a beat up Aqua Legend with no bumper. It was it was ugly and it blowed up smoke. And sharing this with you is not to impress you, to impress upon you of believing in your dream and never giving up. And so the days, as you can see, I felt like I got my dream. At this point, I was 27 years old. I told my mom and dad, I pay for your bill every month, and I felt life was great. I was at the top. I was the top 1% earner in that financial business. Literally, probably the youngest. I won MVP award. My story was written on Success from Home magazine. But then, in 2008, that whole thing changed. At the end of 2008, the whole financial crisis happened. Within 6 months, I have to close down my office. Within 6 months, I even lost my home and moved back home and lived on my mom and dad living room. But as an optimistic, I always believe that when one door closed, another one opened. I always believe that when life gives you a lemon, you make lemonade out of it. And that's how I looked at it. And that's helped me. It helped me to say, I'm 35, lost everything, and I read somewhere they say the average millionaire go bankrupt 3 times. And I felt like that was my that was my third time, I actually it was my third time, and I'm like, yeah, what's the worst could happen? I still thank God that I have my health, and so January 2009, I truly believe that the Lord lead me to this company because I show up in Anaheim, California, and that day I truly believe is my my meeting with destiny because what I heard about this company, the science, the technology, how we truly help people feel and look and live well, that coming from nursing background, I truly believe that health is golden. And so saying yes to this company, I knew I came in full time, full force, because I knew how we can bless life through these amazing products. And so within 4 years, we my husband and I met my husband through this business at a health fair, because that's where it is. You want to go to a place where people care about their health. And that's when I met my husband. He same thing. He bought into the American dream, get a good education. He graduated as an engineer, and then become an entrepreneur. Did import export business, opened restaurant. He did everything trying to live the American dream. But then he went bankrupt a few times. And so when I met him, we share the same vision of making an impact in the life of first our community. We want to bring this company and concept into Vietnam. And so 2013, Vietnam was one of the 50 country that this company opened, and then we met, we said we got married, we became one of the top uh, $1 million circle in this company, in our community. And I always believe service to many will lead to greatness, and that's the reason why we're on the Zoom here today, because we not only serve us, but we serve so many people, no matter who their background. We have engineer, beauty school, pharmacists, hair technicians, and it doesn't matter what their background, but they saw the opportunity and they say yes, and it had changed their life. Literally, we have built one of the fastest high performance performance, money, earner in this business in the first 5 years, 6 years. To date, we have 40 individuals that this company has already paid over $1 million. So my question is, do what you do right now. How long do you have to work for them to pay you over $1 million commission, right? And we did all of this in the first 10 years in this business, not because we're great, because first of all, yes, our vision and the tagline in our team is leader with vision, helping people with dream. Because I truly believe when there's no vision, people perish. Because then I truly believe there's so many people living life of quiet desperation that at night, when night comes, they pray to whoever their creator, hey, why me? I'm a great person. Why I'm still broke? I'm a great person living in the greatest country. Why I'm living paycheck to paycheck? And see, for me, I've learned a different way of living, 30 years ago when I was 20 years old. And it has changed and impacted my life. Just like, I've never imagined a day to speak in front of 7,000 people on dream, on perseverance. And I'm here to tell you, dream does not have to be a dream. It's a matter of a decision that you're going to make. The decision you make 3, 5, 10 years ago got you exactly where you are today. And if you're not happy with it, then change. Because the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. Every new year come, if you're not happy where you're at, then change your thinking and change the way you do, right? And I truly believe, my life changed because I start changing the way, and first of all, hang around with people who have what I want. One thing is, I read a book called Think and Grow Rich, close to 30 years ago. And it say we are the 5 people that, we are the average of the 5 people we hang around the most. When I met my mentor in the financial business, he said, don't let broke people kill you out of your dream. And I looked around me, I'm like, oh my God, I'm in trouble because everybody I know is broke, right? And I'm like, okay, I got to surround myself with people who got what I want. I start reading successful book, right? Because your thoughts will lead to your words will lead to your action will lead to your habits, and your habit will lead to your character, and your character will lead to your destiny. And I knew I gotta put, winning thoughts instead of broke thoughts. And it has changed. It's changed my life. And we're able through that blessing, through, standing on, the shoulder of giant, a mentor who teach me success principle, and reading successful book, we're able to impact lives around the world. And I truly believe we're just starting. We're just getting started because, K2 covered, no matter who you are, if you want it, whatever you want, we have it here. My sincere prayer, 17 years ago wasn't not about making more money. It was about, what, I experienced success, but there's so many people out there that, they don't have an opportunity, or they're not on the right vehicle, or their ladder is leaning on the wrong wall. And they're like in that rat race. And I sincerely pray that God lead me to the business where I can say, hey, you know what, Victoria, if you have a dream, this is the vehicle. Hey, Sam, hey, Carolyn, Rossi, Clara, Gigi, if you have the dream, then we have the vehicle here. I sincerely say, God, lead me to that vehicle that I can say the only way people fail in this business is they quit, or they don't even try, or they're too close-minded, right? That's the only way. And so I truly believe that, the question I want to ask you is, what vehicle have you been on? I truly believe this business is, we're on a Lamborghini, right? We're going to teach you, just like Cash Flow Quadrant on the book called Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad and Poor Dad, or the Cash Flow Quadrant book that I had the pleasure to read, more than 10, 15 years ago. I mean, because we were on, he said, you want to live in the American dream, you want to truly have time and financial leverage, you got to get yourself to the right side of the quadrant. Because successful people who go golf on Monday, or who go shopping and go to the spa when everybody's work, they're on the right side of the quadrant. But we were taught on the left side. We were taught to be employee, to go have a job. JLB, Journey of the Broke. I've learned that when I was 19 on my first presentation. I'm like, I don't want to be on the journey of the broke. I'm living in the greatest country. I refuse to, be on that journey. But we were taught to go get a job. And then, when we were like, okay, well, maybe I should open my own business, self-employed, open my own, nail salon, open my CPA office, open my medical dentist doctor office. But you're literally, from a small jail, you went to a bigger prison. You're the first one to show up, the last one to leave. If you don't show up to your business, your business closed, right? There's no leverage. And I learned that successful people, understand leverage, right? You either leverage or you're being leveraged. And many of us being leveraged by other people. We're creating wealth for someone else until I've learned, the concept of what the successful people do. You want to have a business that it has a system that the system will run your business, even when you take your feet off the pedal. Obviously at the beginning you have to build it, you have to build the foundation, and then through a smart business that has a system, you will have leverage income, and then you can be an investor. You let your money work for you, because if you don't have your money work for you, you're going to work for the rest of your life. And I've learned that, right? And so that's what we teach you through the system, is to create a leverage, smart business that you can walk away. You can work hard one time and walk away, right? Because right now we truly believe, we're excited. I mean, we're excited because Forbes magazine say the best time to join a company is when they open new market or launch a new product. I mean, you heard about the Prism, IO, the truly wellness, technology, AI technology. No one has it in the world. We have, and then we're launching India market, right? So the opportunity, is so, exciting today more than 40 years ago, right? Sometimes people say, hey, I wish I joined years ago. No, because we're going to go from 1 billion to 10 billion in the next 3 to 5 years, right? No, I pass this. I'm sorry. So what is it really in for you when you go out there and help people? Help people to look good and feel good, right? And then live well. What's in it for you, all right? Because if you're going to help and bring value to the marketplace, we're going to pay you. I call our performance plan is really the freedom plan. The freedom plan where you invest your time, you build it, because this is your business. You build it and you can walk away. And it's like an ATM machine. You build it up and it's going to come, money will come out after you build it, right? And so that's what gives you freedom. Right. And these are the average income. Initially you want to share, there's a sharing bonus, right? And then there's building bonus, and then the leading bonus, right? You share online, offline, yeah, as you can see, it's not about selling. We're not looking for salespeople. I see, the salespeople, the one that has the most challenge in here, because they can sell ice to Eskimo. We're not looking for salespeople. We're looking for individual that truly, believe and use the product and use the product. I mean, I'm a testament of this product. 17 years of using this product. I just turned 52. I feel more like, I have 4 boys, but under the age of 13. Okay. And so this products, helped me. I mean, literally, I have my first son at 38, my second at 39, my third at 41, 47. I have my COVID baby. You tell me, and I don't make any medical claim. All I can tell is your body is like a car. If you give it what's it need, it will perform, right? I felt like I'm more healthy today than, 17 years ago when I started in this industry. I was a workaholic in the financial business. I scanned myself. I was in the red zone. I was in the red. I was walking that, because even though I was making a lot of money, but I was in an environment where nobody's talking about health. Yeah, we were setting people up for financial, we do financial analysis to make sure they're on target for their financial future, but we wouldn't talk about health, right? And so I came in here and I truly, felt like, everything changed for me. And so as you can see here, you share and then you build. What does that mean, build? This is your business. It's not my business. It's not Tao or Kay or Clara who brought, who some of our top leaders on this call here. I mean, because this is your business. You're being business for yourself, but not by yourself. Okay. And you decide, you want to earn a few $100s a month, or a few $1,000s a month, or 10 of thousand. I mean, when I looked at, the possibility of being a blue diamond, averaging 30, 40,000 a month, I mean, that's what most people make a year. You can make it in a month once you hit that level and maintain it for 3 to 4 years as a blue diamond. When I hit blue diamond after 4 years, I took 4 years off raising my 3 boys. You see that? Because the system and my business continued to grow with or without me. And so I took 4 years off for my 3 boys. And that's why I look back, I never regret that, right? Nobody make me go back to work, but I just felt like, people deserve this opportunity, all right? And on top of that, we're excited because the company, we're going through hyper growth right now, and they're giving us more incentive to help launch the company, because I truly believe in the next 3 to 5 years, we will be a $10 billion company. These bonus, you can these are bonus beside the sharing bonus, the building bonus, and the leading commission. I don't have time to go through details, but the person that invite you, we would sit down and you let us know, hey, I want to make a few $100. Want to make a few thousand the next 90 days, 6 months. Your leader and coach will sit down with you and go through that, what you need to do. But these are bonus. You can get up to 22,000 bonus, in the next 12 months. We have someone who went from, the BR, brand represent all the way to Blue Diamond. But during that time, they didn't have this bonus. And so this is just bonus. So my question to you, is your job right now having this kind of bonus? Right? Maybe never, right? Okay. And I do want to, have a leaders. I saw her on here. She obviously she deserved to be recognized, and she's, coming from Mexico for the land of opportunity. She saw this business, with her background. She tell you her background, but she saw the visions and she said yes, and how this company have changed her life. Clara, were you able to hop on and to share, a little bit on your story and why Nu Skin for you? I see that Clara can't make it on. Then I'm just gonna continue. But on top of what you earn by helping people, the company will give you a success trip to dream destination. Okay, right here, as you can see, every 6 months you can qualify for success trip, paid by the company. Just like Clara qualified for Yokohama, paid by the company. Tao the same. For two people, but I know Tao is bringing her Zoraya, her baby girl, to Japan as well. And our next success trip, and not just a small handful of people. I mean, this is a success trip in Southeast Asia. Look how many people qualify, right? I truly believe, my husband nephew, he's somewhere in here, from Vietnam. They went to Australia. Look how many people qualify, right? Our next success trip is Punta Cana. How many of you want to join us? If your job don't give you, we can show you how you can qualify to go with us to Punta Cana. As a team, we set 100 couple to Punta Cana. I want you to type in there, say, I want to go Punta Cana, right? Pay by the company. Okay, I want to show you a quick, video that you can, join us on this success trip.
At Nu Skin, we celebrate the moments you've earned, the friendships you've made, and the memories you'll always carry.
It's great to in Frankfurt, wherever we go, beautiful places around the world. 2027.
Your next adventure begins now. Are you ready for what's next?
Ghana calling me today, Dominican Republic, take me away. Swaying in the breeze and so free. Beautiful beaches, stars, I can see.
Can you see somehow? Can you see Tao? No? Oh, got it. Okay. Well, you know what? I'm just gonna pass by that because if you can't see it, okay. All right. I'm like, wow, I don't see the the video. Well, we're gonna show toward the end, okay? And so, we challenge as we work together. That's our first goal. Your coach will get you to qualify for the first success trip, and being a team elite with the company higher than Blue Diamond, we get another dream destination trip. Through the team elite. Last year we were in Greece on the cruise, over 1,000 people on that cruise. A year before Dubai, a year before Switzerland, the year before Barcelona, Monaco, Switzerland. I mean, Nu Skin, but sometimes they call Ben and I'm, hey, have you registered for your tour? I'm like, again? It's like, well, every 6 months, right? And thanks to this business, I would never imagine traveling the world. And, as you can see, at this point, I truly believe it doesn't matter who you are. If you look at this picture, we have people all over from different, culture, different skin color. I truly believe it doesn't matter because we all have dream, right? And I'm going to wrap up why now. Why after 17 years I am so excited more than ever because we're launching the biggest AI wellness technology in the world. I mean, imagine if you just have 10 Prism. Right now we haven't even hit critical mass yet. You're really at the beginning of this thing. We just launched beginning of this year with the Prism. If you just have 10 Prism, generating 10 customer each, that's a $500 residual. How many of you want a residual money coming in? I mean, that's it. 10 Prism out there in your team, 10 customer, average 100, that's 500. If you have 100 Prism generating only 10 customer, that's 5,000 residual. If 1,000 Prism out there in your team generating 10 customer only, that's 50,000. So you decide you want 500, 5,000 or 50,000. It's really up to you. It's going to happen. One thing I realize is, the mission 10 million healthy household in the next 3 to 5 years, new vision 2030, that the goal, the whole company, because we believe people deserve to know what we have. And, our team, we have banner, we have flyer, we have everything to support you to go out there and help, whether they're professional or everyday people, we have the tool for you, right? And we have the assessment, that's going to able to measure, give someone a report of, where they're at, and we're going to scan. So we have a system. We're launching the biggest market. I'm going to Northern California tomorrow because there's a lot of Latino in California. Just California market alone. I mean, I truly believe we can transform so many lives. The biggest market is untapped right now, with our company, including India launching in December. We're not even fully launched India, right? 1.4 billion people. We haven't even scratched the surface. We haven't even launched India, and so I truly believe it's all about positioning yourself. And I truly believe it's your business. You can build it the way you want it. Nu Skin has blessed us to truly live our dream. I've never imagined go back to my country. I left when I was 5. This business allowed me to go back, and decide to fulfill my dad's last wish. Take him back to. I say, Dad, what is your dream? He said, oh, if I can go back and live, but I don't want to go there by myself. If I can live with you and your family, and we'll do that. Dad, we'll go back Vietnam and we live there. He lived with us for 4 month. Business class for my mom and dad, even though my dad at that time he's paralyzed, he can't sit, so business class for dad. And 4 months that he lived with us, he came back to the US. My dad passed away in 2020. We buried him literally on Valentine's Day, the day of love. And again, who do you love? Who do you love that you're willing to do what is uncomfortable? Who do you love that you're willing to do what the average people don't do to really fulfill the dream that you have for you and your family? Because 2020, my dad passed away. I was pregnant, gave birth to my son. I mean, there's joy and there's pain, in 2020. But looking back, the world went upside down, but our business grew. Our business went online, and we transformed so many people's lives. Looking back 17 years ago, on my mom and dad living room, and the person that inspired me, his story, Rick Vichu, born with no limb, but he believed in hope. He believed in, there's still hope, born with no arms. And his book, Life Without Limit, which I read 17 years ago, that I truly believe that there's hope for me. That's one chapter open, another chapter closed. Because 10 years later, I was on the stage. Nick Vujicic was a guest speaker at our company convention. And guess what? I was also a speaker on that convention. And so just to tell you that there's no coincidence, okay? There's no coincidence in life, that you can, live your legacy. You can leave a legacy for your children, okay? So whoever you are, know that, whatever your passion is, we have it here. If you love to help people look good, we have it for you. You want to help people with their health, we have for you. If you're a stay-home mom or a student, you just want to use social, we have it for you. But most important, we have a system. I want to show you a quick video that I truly believe with this system is going to help you, live your dream.
What if building a business didn't require guessing? What if every conversation, assessment, follow-up, customer, and next step We're connected through one proven system. Because success has never been about working harder. It's about having the right system.
The difference between struggling and succeeding is rarely desire or even willingness to work hard.
That's why M5 was created. Not another app, not another training program, but a complete business operating system for today's relationship-based business.
It tells you what to do, when to do it, and helps you build the habits that create long-term success. It brings everything together in one place.
Everything you need, one system, one login, one daily method. Manage contacts, do assessments, track activity, schedule follow-ups, develop customers, build leaders, stay connected with your team. M5 brings it all together in one connected experience. At the center of M5 is a personalized assessment. The conversation doesn't start with products. It starts with the person, their goals, their concerns, their priorities, their vision. The assessment reveals what matters most, making every conversation more personal and relevant. From there, M5 guides every step. Meet new people, follow up consistently, serve customers well, schedule rechecks, develop brand affiliates, build leaders. No more guessing what's next. M5 shows you.
It's helped me structure my day because it's provided a system that I can follow. With M5, it's all right there. I'm able to log in each morning. I know the tasks that I need to take. I know the action every day that I need to take, and then I can track my progress.
The first results is I used the Ethos script. I was getting assessments left and right. People are like, sure, when can we meet? I love it. Yes, yes, yes. And I couldn't get enough yet. I mean, all the yeses were coming in. I thought my confidence really goes up when you're getting yeses.
I think that the most valuable asset to M5 is the assessment itself. It puts people into a relaxing place where they're comfortable answering these questions, and it turns it into an opportunity to really connect with people and find out what their issues are and their concerns are, and then address those in a personal way.
We have great products that are changing lives every day. And now with M5, I am building with subscriptions and my business is exploding. As a result, I now get to spend more time with my family, which is exactly what I was looking for.
It has given me the confidence because I personally am active and producing results, and I can therefore take that confidence to my team and say, let's teach you to do the exact same thing and helping you be productive as well.
I have a whole entire system that creates duplication for my team, and with a system that anybody could enroll into tomorrow. The circles are either red or they're green. The actions are really clear, and that duplicates.
Every successful business runs on a repeatable process. M5 connects it all. Mindset, customer acquisition and retention, brand affiliate growth, leadership development, recognition, events, social media, financial awareness, life design. Everything working together as one system. M5 doesn't replace relationships. It strengthens them, helping you ask better questions, serve more intentionally, stay connected, and build with confidence.
People don't fail because they lack desire. People fail because they lack a system. M5 gives people a system, not hope.
That's why people around the world are embracing M5, not as another tool, but as a clear path to building an extraordinary business. For decades, Nu Skin products have changed lives. Now, M5 is changing how they're shared. If someone shared this with you, they see something in you. Maybe you want better health, more income, or a better way to build something meaningful. Ask them to show you M5, because the right products can change a life. The right system can change a future.
Yes, and we know with the right system, we will achieve our mission and our visions, because the value of this company, we're ethical, honest, innovative, optimistic, everything you just heard. And I truly believe that we can help you achieve your dream through the system that we have in place. This system has created more successful store than any other system. And we're excited. All you need to do is plug in. In the next few days, we're going to work closely with you in the next 30 days to achieve, moving up the rank. You're going to learn as you earn with our system. We don't even want you to go out there and talk. TikTok. Okay, that's where most people messed up. All right, and so sign up today is free. Know that there's no money to join Nu Skin. Okay, and then most important, 24, 48 hours, connect with whoever invite you and their coaches. Coaches, someone who's Ruby and above, who's at least earn over 4 or 5,000 a month, to sit down with you and go through your goal, go through your questions, and then experience our products. Either try out our demo or do our M5 assessment. Okay, and then they're going to work together with you to launch your business and help you qualify for your next success trip. I truly believe that we're in the right place, with the right company at the right time, and I truly believe that we're gonna go and do the right thing. Okay, so we're excited. The future's so bright. We felt like we're starting all over again. So I appreciate you on the Zoom here today, and we're looking forward to work closely with you. All right, thank you, and take care and God bless. I pass it back to you, Tao.
Wow, thank you, Team Lead Terry too for the entire sharing, and thank you for sharing M5 to our new people today, because this is something that we just launched this week, right, T? So, and then everyone, I'm thankful for you to come into this Zoom, stay into this moment, and then with an open heart, to learn about an opportunity, so that I hope that you make the right decision for your own. And please get back to your upline or who invited you today, and welcome home to our Nu Skin business. Thank you so much. Have a good night, and see
At
you
Nu
on
Skin, we celebrate the moments you've earned, the friendships you've made,